Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. The air is thick tonight, clinging to your skin like a damp shroud. It's the kind of cold that seeps into your bones, even through the worn wool of your tunic. You pull it tighter around your shoulders, the rough fibers scratching a little, a familiar discomfort that somehow grounds you. The scent that fills your nostrils is peculiar, a rich, waxy perfume that speaks of lamp oil and something else, something deeper, more primal. It's the smell of tallow, burning low in the handful of lanterns that brave the encroaching darkness, a scent that usually signals the end of the day, the closing of shutters, the settling into hearth and home. But tonight, it's different. Tonight, the tallow scent seems to follow you, clinging to the edges of your awareness as you step out from the dim, echoing market square. The sounds of the day, the raucous calls of vendors, the clatter of hooves, the murmur of 100 conversations, have all receded, swallowed by a deepening hush. Cobblestones, slick with an unseen dampness, gleam faintly under the hesitant light of the moon, just beginning its climb above the jagged rooftops. Shadows stretch and writhe, playing tricks with your vision, making familiar shapes seem monstrous and menacing. A sudden shiver, not entirely from the cold, traces a path down your spine. It's not outright fear, not yet, but a prickle of unease, the instinctive awareness of being exposed, of being alone in the deepening night. The weight of the day, the small anxieties, the lingering worries, they all seem to coalesce in this quiet moment, pressing in on you. You quicken your pace, the rhythmic scuff of your boots on the stones, a solitary sound in the vast silence. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. The tallow smell, that thick, waxy perfume, seems to recede slightly as you pass beneath the skeletal branches of the ancient oak. This is the edge of the Whispering Woods, a place that even in daylight holds a certain quiet gravity. Now, as the last vestiges of twilight drain away, the trees seem to lean in, their rustling leaves like hushed secrets shared on the wind. You can almost hear them, a murmur of ancient stories, a gentle sighing that seems to wrap around you. The path ahead is narrower here, the cobblestones giving way to packed earth, damp and soft beneath your boots. Each step is softer, quieter, and the silence of the woods is profound, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl and the almost imperceptible rustle of something small, perhaps a field mouse, darting through the undergrowth. A new sensation, subtle but persistent, begins to register. It's a faint warmth, an almost imperceptible pulse of light that seems to be with you. You glance over your shoulder, a flicker of the unease from the market square returning. There's nothing there, just the deepening shadows between the trees. But the feeling persists, a quiet presence at your back. It's not a harsh glare, not like the flickering torches of the town guards. This is a soft, diffused glow, like a distant firefly. A tiny ember dancing just beyond your vision, always keeping pace. It doesn't illuminate the path ahead in the way a lantern would, but rather it seems to imbue the very air around you with a gentle luminescence. You feel its quiet companionship, a subtle reassurance that you are not entirely alone in the vast, darkening woods. It's a curious thing, this light, as if it has decided you need a companion, a soft guardian for the final stretch of your journey home. The weight of the woods, the feeling of being small beneath their towering forms, begins to ease, replaced by a curious calm. This single, persistent flame feels like a promise, a silent acknowledgement of your passage through the quiet, whispering dark. It's a strange comfort, this following light, a gentle reminder that even in the deepest night, there can be a gentle guiding presence. And as you walk, a thought settles, simple and true. Even the smallest spark can hold back the vastness of the dark. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You emerge from the woods, and the air changes. The scent of damp earth and decaying leaves is replaced by something sharper, more acrid. It's the faint, biting smell of wood smoke, a signal that you're nearing the outskirts of the village. It stings your nostrils a little, a familiar sensation on a cold evening. But tonight, it carries a subtle edge, a reminder of the chill that still clings to the air. You can see the faint orange glow of a few hearths, tiny beacons in the vast expanse of night. The path widens again, and the sounds of the village, distant and muffled, begin to drift towards you. The lowing of cattle, the creak of a shutter, the almost inaudible murmur of voices. As you draw closer to your own dwelling, the faint, warm light that has been following you seems to draw nearer too. It's no longer a distant ember, but a gentle bloom of luminescence, hovering just behind your left shoulder. It casts no sharp shadows, no harsh glare, only a soft, diffused aura that seems to push back the deepest pockets of darkness around you. You can feel its quiet presence, a steady warmth that contrasts with the sting of the smoke in the air. It's a comforting weight, this intangible follower, a silent promise of arrival. You reach your doorstep, the familiar rough wood of the door under your fingertips. The wood is cold, but as you push it open, a wave of warmth washes over you, carrying the distinct aroma of burning logs, of the hearth. It's a smell of safety, of shelter, of home. The gentle light behind you seems to pause, a silent sentinel at the threshold, its duty fulfilled. You step inside, the door closing with a soft thud, leaving the night and its quiet companion behind, but carrying the lingering warmth and the faint, comforting taste of smoke on your tongue. And as the firelight flickers, you realize that even the most familiar comfort can feel new when seen through the lens of a long journey. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You step fully into the warmth of your home, the door clicking shut behind you, a final barrier against the fading chill of the evening. The hearth crackles and pops, sending dancing shadows across the room, a familiar and comforting sight. The scent of wood smoke, so sharp outside, is now mellowed by the presence of dried herbs and the faint, sweet aroma of baking bread. You can hear the low murmur of voices from the other room, where the evening stories are being shared, a circle of familiar faces illuminated by the firelight. It's a sound that has woven itself into the fabric of your nights, a gentle hum of connection. You glance towards the window, half expecting to see something. And there it is, just for a fleeting moment, a soft glow lingering on the glass. It's the light, your silent companion, its luminescence, a pale echo against the deepening darkness outside. It doesn't try to enter, doesn't intrude. It simply waits. It's a modern kind of glow, you realize. Not the flickering tallow of the old days, but something constant, something that doesn't demand attention. It's a light that doesn't need to be carried, doesn't need to be fed. It simply exists, a quiet presence that has mirrored your journey home. You feel its stillness, a counterpoint to the warmth and chatter within. It's a strange duality, this feeling of being both deeply connected to the warmth and stories around you, and yet aware of that solitary, silent light outside, a reminder of the vast, quiet world beyond. You turn away from the window, drawn back to the heart of your home, the gentle glow outside fading into the night, leaving you with a sense of peaceful isolation. It makes you think, in the quiet moments before sleep, that sometimes the most profound connections are felt not just in the light of shared company, but in the gentle recognition of a solitary presence, a quiet understanding that transcends words and presence. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. The world outside your doorstep has dissolved. It's not just dark. It's an absence of light so profound, it feels like a physical weight pressing in on you. You try to recall the shape of the path, the feel of the stones, but your senses strain and find nothing to grasp. It's a void, an endless, inky blackness that seems to swallow sound, touch, even thought. A primal instinct, buried deep within, whispers of immensity, of being utterly lost. Your breath catches in your throat, a small, fragile sound in the crushing silence. You reach out, your hand moving through empty air, searching for a wall, a tree, anything to anchor yourself. But there is only more dark, more emptiness. You try to remember the tallow scent, the whispers of the woods, the warmth of the hearth, but they feel impossibly distant, like memories from another life. The darkness here is absolute, a suffocating blanket that blots out all perspective. It's the kind of dark that makes you question if you are even real, if your own form still exists. A faint chill, unrelated to the temperature, begins to creep over your skin. It's the cold of insignificance, the unsettling realization of how small you are against this immense, unyielding black. You are adrift, untethered, and the silence screams a deafening truth. You feel a desperate urge to retreat, to find any flicker of familiarity, any hint of presence. It's the moment when the unseen becomes overwhelming, a vast unknown that presses in from all sides, leaving you with nothing but the raw sensation of existence, fragile and alone. And in this profound absence, a single, simple truth begins to emerge. Even in the deepest dark, the memory of light, however faint, is a form of resistance. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. The crushing darkness, the suffocating void, begins to give way. It's not a gradual brightening, but a sudden, sharp sensation. You hear it before you feel it. A dry, rasping scrape, like stone against stone. It's a sound that cuts through the absolute silence, jarring and insistent. Your hand, still outstretched, suddenly meets resistance. It's rough, gritty, cool to the touch. Flint. You remember now, the small pouch of tinder and flint you always keep. A desperate hope sparks within you. A tiny ember in the vast black. You fumble, your fingers clumsy with haste, with a fear that's starting to bloom. Another scrape, more forceful this time, and a faint hiss. You hold your breath, straining your eyes, willing them to see something, anything. And then, a flicker, a minuscule, vibrant pinprick of orange erupts against the black. It's not much, just a brief, brilliant flash, but it's enough. It ignites something inside you, a surge of adrenaline, a sudden clarity. You quickly gather the tinder, shielding the nascent spark with your cupped hands, as if protecting a fragile new life. A third scrape, and the tiny flame catches, holding steady, growing infinitesimally brighter. It's a weak, wavering thing, casting mere inches of pale, uncertain light, but it's real. It pushes back the edges of the crushing dark, creating a small, flickering world around you. The smell of smoke, sharp and reassuring, fills your nostrils. You feel its warmth, a tender touch against your skin, a defiance against the overwhelming void. It's not the gentle following light you've come to know, but a fierce, sudden birth, a testament to the power of a single spark. And in that fragile glow, you understand that even the deepest darkness can be challenged, not by overwhelming force, but by the persistent, tenacious will to create light. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You're walking along the edge of the town, the last of the day's sounds beginning to fade. The air is still, carrying the faint scent of damp earth and the distant, comforting aroma of wood smoke from the hearths. Suddenly, a deep, resonant clang echoes through the twilight. It's the curfew bell, its iron voice a heavy, percussive command. The sound vibrates in your chest, a tangible weight that seems to pull you forward, urging you towards the safety of walls and closed doors. Each successive ring is a reminder, a stern, unwavering announcement that the night is not for wandering. You instinctively quicken your pace, the rhythmic tolling urging you onward. It's not a sound that inspires fear, but rather a sense of order, a clear boundary between the known world of daylight and the hushed mystery of the night. You can imagine the hurried scurrying within the houses, the drawing of bolts, the settling into slumber. Even the shadows seem to deepen with a new urgency, stretching longer and more pronounced as the bell's final, lingering note fades into the quiet. The little light that has been your silent companion, the soft glow you've come to feel following you, seems to intensify slightly, as if acknowledging the bell's call, a gentle nudge in the right direction. It's a strange contrast, this unseen guardian and the booming pronouncement of the bell. One whispers guidance, the other shouts command, but both, in their own way, are leading you home. The steady rhythm of your own footsteps on the darkening path begins to sync with the memory of the bell's deep resonance, a calming cadence that settles over you. And as the last echo finally dissolves, you realize how deeply ingrained these rhythms are, the ancient songs that mark our passage through time, guiding us from the wildness of the day into the quiet embrace of night. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. The curfew bell's iron command has faded, leaving a hushed stillness in its wake. You walk now through streets built entirely of wood, the timbered houses leaning in towards each other, their upper stories almost touching, creating a shadowed canopy overhead. The air here is different, thicker, carrying the dry, resinous scent of aged wood, a smell that's both familiar and faintly unsettling. It whispers of past fires, of lives lived close together, a community bound by these wooden walls. You can feel the slight give of the packed earth beneath your feet, a soft yielding that muffles your steps. As you move deeper into this city of wood, you notice a subtle shift in the atmosphere. The gentle glow that has been your quiet companion seems to hesitate. It hovers, its luminescence dimming slightly, as if sensing something. You look ahead, and in the narrow alleys between the buildings, you catch glimpses of other small lights, flickering hesitantly in unseen windows. They are the meager flames of households, observing the curfew, their light contained, private. There's a sudden awareness of shared vulnerability, a sense that every small flame, every burning ember, is precious, and perhaps precarious. You feel a strange tension, not of danger, but of collective responsibility. This city, built of flammable material, breathes with a shared, fragile warmth. The thought of a single, errant spark, of a flame that spreads, sends a shiver through you that has nothing to do with the cold. Your own gentle light, the one that has followed you, seems to grow a little brighter, a quiet reassurance against the subtle anxieties of this close-knit, combustible world. It's a reminder that even in the heart of a sleeping city, a shared flame can be both a comfort and a source of quiet unease. And in this close proximity, you begin to understand how deeply interconnected we are, our safety and warmth woven from the same fragile threads, our fears often as shared as our light. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You settle into your quiet space, the sounds of the outside world receding. Before you, resting on a simple wooden table, is a precious object, a scroll of vellum. The air around you is still, charged with a hushed anticipation. Your fingers, almost reverently, trace the smooth, slightly cool surface of the vellum. It feels ancient, alive with the stories it holds. The scent of it is delicate, a dry, papery fragrance that speaks of untold ages and forgotten hands. Beside it, a small, sputtering wick glows in a shallow dish of oil, casting a weak, dancing light. The flame is unsteady, its tiny tendrils of light reaching out tentatively, then retreating, creating a constant interplay of shadow and illumination across the page. Each movement of the flame sends ripples of light across the carefully inscribed letters, making them shimmer and shift. You lean closer, your eyes adjusting to the dimness, trying to decipher the shapes, the ancient script. The light from the wick is a singular focus, a small, warm island in the surrounding darkness. It doesn't reach far, barely illuminating the edges of the parchment, but where it falls, it imbues the words with a sense of importance, of hidden meaning. You can almost feel the weight of the knowledge held within these pages, a tangible presence in the quiet room. The little light that followed you home seems to be present even now, a gentle, unseen warmth at the periphery of your awareness, its presence a silent acknowledgement of your quest for understanding. It's a quiet communion, a solitary act of discovery bathed in the hesitant glow of a sputtering wick and the enduring texture of vellum. And in this quiet pursuit you feel the profound truth that even the dimmest light can reveal the most profound depths, and the oldest stories still hold the power to illuminate our present. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. The sputtering wick casts its fragile glow upon the vellum, illuminating a world of carefully crafted symbols. You are here, in this quiet space, surrounded by a profound stillness that accentuates the dry, papery scent of the parchment. The faint murmur of the outside world is a distant hum, barely reaching your ears. You trace the lines of ancient text, each stroke a testament to a skill and knowledge not widely held. Around you, beyond this small circle of light, lies an ocean of unspoken stories, of unwritten thoughts. The vast majority of people you know cannot read these words, cannot access this trove of accumulated wisdom. They live their lives guided by instinct, by tradition, by the spoken word passed from one generation to the next. Your small light, the knowledge you are absorbing, feels precious, almost sacred. It's a tiny beacon in a sea of illiteracy, a private illumination in a world that largely exists in shadow when it comes to written understanding. The gentle glow that followed you home, the silent light, seems to offer a quiet encouragement, a steady presence that mirrors the persistence of your own endeavor. It's as if it understands the value of this solitary pursuit. You feel the weight of this knowledge, not as a burden, but as a gift, a key that unlocks deeper understanding. It's a quiet power, a subtle form of communion with minds long past. And as you continue to decipher the words, you realize that this individual light, this chosen knowledge, is a powerful act of resistance against the darkness of ignorance, a single candle that can, for a moment, push back the vastness of the unread. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself standing on the battlements, the stone cold and rough beneath your boots. The wind here is a different beast altogether. It's not the gentle breeze of the lower streets, nor the rustling whispers of the woods. This wind bites, sharp and relentless, whipping your cloak around you and stinging your exposed skin. It carries the faint metallic tang of the cold air and the distant, almost mournful cry of a lone bird of prey. You pull your collar higher, the coarse fabric doing little to ward off the chill that seems to burrow deep into your bones. Below, the world stretches out, a patchwork of shadowed rooftops and faint, scattered lights. But up here you are exposed, at the mercy of the elements. The vastness of the night sky presses down, a canvas of infinite black, speckled with distant, indifferent stars. You can feel the immense scale of the world, the tiny human presence against the colossal backdrop of the night. The little light that has followed you feels different here, its glow somehow more subdued, more protective, as if it senses the harshness of this exposed vantage point. It hovers close, a small, steady reassurance against the biting wind and the overwhelming emptiness of the sky. You can feel its quiet constancy, a subtle warmth at your back, a silent guardian against the raw elements. It's a moment of stark contrast, the wild, untamed power of the wind against the gentle, persistent hum of your unseen companion. And in this exposed solitude, you feel the raw resilience of your own being, a small flicker of warmth against the immense cold of the world, a quiet understanding that even in the face of such vastness, a single point of light, a single breath, can persist. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. The wind howls around the battlements, a wild, untamed force that seems to carry with it the secrets of the night. You stand here, a solitary figure against the immense darkness, the cold stone beneath your feet radiating a deep chill. But as your eyes scan the vast expanse below, a new sensation registers. Far off, across the shadowed expanse, you catch sight of another light. It's small, distant, a mere pinprick against the overwhelming black. It doesn't have the gentle, familiar glow of the light that has been your quiet companion. This light seems more focused, perhaps sharper, and its distance makes its purpose unclear. A flicker of unease, a subtle tension, tightens in your chest. Is it a beacon, a signal, or something less welcoming? You can't discern its intention, only its presence, a silent counterpoint to the steady warmth you felt all along. The biting wind whips around you, seeming to carry with it a whisper of uncertainty, of the unknown. You watch it, this distant flicker, trying to understand its meaning. Is it a promise of safety, another soul making their way home? Or is it a sign of something else, a warning of unseen dangers lurking in the darkness? Your own gentle light, the one that has been so constant, seems to pulse softly behind you, a quiet assurance in the face of this new, distant mystery. It doesn't compete, doesn't fade, but simply remains, a steadfast warmth. And as you gaze at the distant glow, you contemplate the nature of light itself, how it can signify both welcome and warning, how it can be a harbinger of comfort or an omen of the unknown. It reminds you that even in the most peaceful journeys, the vastness of the night holds its share of unanswered questions. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You approach a building from which a fierce orange light spills onto the street, accompanied by a rhythmic percussive clang. The air grows warm, then hot, thick, with the acrid smell of coal smoke and hot metal. It's the smithy, its doors thrown open to the night, revealing a scene of raw, elemental power. The roar of the forge fills your ears, a constant, deep thrumming that vibrates through your very souls. You can feel the intense heat radiating outwards, a tangible wave that pushes against the night's cool air. Inside, silhouetted against the inferno, is the smith. He moves with a practiced, powerful grace, his muscles coiling and uncoiling as he wields a heavy hammer. Sparks fly in a dazzling display, like fleeting, fiery stars, as he strikes glowing metal on the anvil. The air is alive with the raw energy of creation, of transformation. It's a stark contrast to the quiet streets you've been traversing, a place of intense, focused activity. The little light that has followed you seems to dim slightly in the overwhelming presence of the forge's heat, as if respecting its power, but it remains close, a gentle, steady presence at your side. You feel a sense of awe, of primal creation happening before your eyes, the transformation of brute matter through fire and force. It's a reminder that even in the quietest of nights, there are places where raw energy burns bright, shaping the world with relentless passion. And as you stand there, warmed by the forge's roar, you understand that transformation, in all its forms, requires heat, requires effort, and leaves its own indelible mark. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You watch the smith at his forge, the roaring heat a palpable force surrounding him. The molten metal glows, incandescent, then slowly cools and hardens under his expert blows. It's a dance of fire and force, a demonstration of shaping the wild, untamed power of the inferno into something new, something useful. The rhythmic clang of his hammer on the anvil is a steady beat, a pulse that drives the creation forward. You feel the intense warmth on your face, a contrast to the cool night air you left behind. The smith's movements are deliberate, precise, each strike carefully placed to bend and mold the glowing steel. The little light that followed you home seems to absorb the intense glow of the forge, its own luminescence softening, becoming a quiet observer. It doesn't compete with the inferno, but rather coexists, a gentle presence beside the raw power. You see the smith, sweat glistening on his brow, his face etched with the concentration of his craft. He's not just working with metal. He's taming something elemental, coaxing it into submission, shaping it to his will. It's a reminder that even the most powerful forces can be understood, can be guided, can be made to serve a purpose. The air is thick with the smell of burning coal and the metallic tang of heated iron, a potent aroma of transformation. And as the smith dips a newly formed tool into a trough of water, sending up a hiss of steam, you feel a sense of profound creation, of the raw potential of nature being brought into form, not through force alone, but through skill, intention, and a deep understanding of its fiery heart. It's a powerful lesson in shaping the world, about how even the most intense heat can be channeled into creating something enduring and beautiful. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself drawn towards a low, heavy building from which emanates a clamor of voices, laughter, and the clinking of tankards. The air outside, once crisp and cool, grows thick and heavy as you approach the tavern's open doorway. It's a greasy, smoky atmosphere that assaults your senses, a potent mix of spilled ale, roasting meat, and the close scent of many bodies gathered together. The sound is a low roar, a constant hum of conversations overlapping, punctuated by bursts of hearty laughter. You can feel the warmth radiating from within, a stark contrast to the chill of the night. Stepping inside is like entering a different world. Torches sputter on the walls, casting flickering shadows that dance across the rough-hewn tables and the faces of those gathered. People lean close to one another, their voices animated, their gestures broad. You see rough hands reaching for mugs, glimpses of animated faces caught in mid-sentence. There's a palpable sense of camaraderie, of shared experience, a temporary respite from the quiet streets and the individual journeys. Your own little light, the gentle glow that has followed you, seems to retreat slightly, its soft luminescence no match for the boisterous energy within. It remains a subtle presence, however, a quiet reminder of the journey you've taken, a constant point of reference amidst the joyful chaos. You observe the scene, the vivid tapestry of human interaction, the simple pleasures sought and found within these walls. It's a world away from the quiet contemplation of knowledge, or the solitary walk home, a vibrant, noisy heart beating within the sleeping town. And in this crowded warmth, you feel a fleeting connection to the shared human need for company, for the simple, boisterous comfort of being together, even if just for a little while. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You've stepped into the noisy warmth of the tavern, the air thick with the scent of ale and camaraderie. You take a seat at a vacant spot at a communal table, the rough wood cool beneath your fingertips, despite the press of bodies. The murmur of voices washes over you, a river of sound composed of countless individual currents. You accept a mug of ale, its taste earthy and a little bitter, a familiar flavor that grounds you. Around you, people are sharing stories, their faces animated, their laughter rising and falling in waves. You watch them, not as an outsider, but as a temporary member of this fleeting community. You see a farmer recounting a tale of his harvest, his hands sketching shapes in the air. Nearby, a craftsman gestures with a pipe, his words lost in the din, but his expression one of deep satisfaction. Even the guards, their armor glinting in the torchlight, seem to shed their stern demeanor for a moment, their shoulders relaxed as they share a jest. Your little light, the gentle presence that followed you, is now a subtle warmth at the edge of your awareness, a quiet witness to this shared human experience. It doesn't intrude, doesn't demand attention, but simply is, a constant, comforting presence. You sip your ale, the warmth spreading through you, and you feel a sense of belonging, however brief. It's a reminder that even in the midst of a solitary journey, moments of shared humanity can offer a profound solace, a fleeting but powerful connection, forged in the simple act of being together. And as the noise of the tavern swirls around you, you understand that sometimes the greatest comfort isn't found in grand gestures, but in the shared warmth of a single cup, a fleeting moment of belonging in the grand tapestry of life. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You're walking through a quieter part of town now, away from the tavern's boisterous heart. The air here carries a different scent, one that's heavy and cloying, a sickly sweet odor tinged with something acrid. It's the smell of sickness, a familiar scent in these times, and it clings to the air, a heavy blanket that makes breathing feel difficult. The houses here are closer, their timbers dark and damp, and the rushlights in the windows cast a dim, flickering haze, a meager defense against the encroaching night. The light from these rushlights is weak, struggling to push back the shadows. It dances erratically, casting long, distorted shapes that seem to waver and shift. You can hear the faint, rasping coughs from within the homes, the low moans of discomfort, sounds that underscore the pervasive scent. It's a somber atmosphere, a quiet acknowledgement of fragility and the ever-present threat of illness. Your little light, the one that has followed you, remains a steady, gentle presence. Its soft, unwavering glow seems to offer a silent contrast to the flickering uncertainty of the rushlights, a constant point of calm amidst the palpable air of vulnerability. It doesn't falter, doesn't diminish, but simply continues its quiet escort, a silent promise of passage through even the most unsettling of nights. And as you move through this hushed district, the heavy scent of sickness clinging to your senses, you feel a quiet gratitude for the simple resilience of life, for the steady presence of a light that asks for nothing but to guide you onward. It's a poignant reminder that even in the face of suffering, the instinct to move forward, to seek home, remains. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You continue your passage through the quiet streets, the heavy scent of sickness lingering, the dim haze of rushlights offering little solace. Within these houses, you sense the struggle, the fevered breath, the quiet endurance against unseen enemies. The air itself feels thick with unspoken prayers and the weary sighs of those tending to the afflicted. It's a delicate dance between the fading light of the rushlights and the persistent grip of illness. Each flicker seems to carry with it a question, a whispered plea for strength, for recovery. And then there is your light, the gentle, unwavering glow that has accompanied you all the way. It doesn't flicker erratically like the rushlights, nor does it burn with the fierce intensity of a forge. Instead, it maintains a soft, steady luminescence, a calm beacon in the midst of the surrounding fragility. You feel its presence, a quiet reassurance, a constant point of stability. It seems to acknowledge the struggle without being diminished by it. It's not a light that fights the fever, but one that simply is a silent testament to continuity, to the enduring pulse of life even in its most vulnerable moments. It's a fragile beacon, perhaps, against the overwhelming tide of sickness, but it is unwavering. You carry its quiet strength with you, a reminder that even when surrounded by the tremors of fragility, a steady inner light can persist, guiding you onward. And in this quiet passage you realize that sometimes the greatest comfort isn't in dispelling the darkness, but in simply being a small, unwavering light within it, a symbol of hope that endures. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself in a space unlike any you've encountered before. It's not the rough, earthy textures of the streets or the simple wood of the houses. Here, your eyes are met with an overwhelming explosion of color. Towering walls, not of stone, but of intricate, luminous glass, rise around you, catching the light and transforming it into a kaleidoscope of hues. Deep blues bleed into vibrant reds, emerald greens shimmer next to soft ambers. It's a shock to the senses, a breathtaking transformation of light itself. The air within this space feels different, cooler, yet charged with a serene energy. The light filtering through the stained glass paints the floor, the walls, even your own skin, with shifting patterns of brilliant color. You feel as though you're stepping through a rainbow, each step bringing a new wash of jewel-toned light. It's a world constructed from pure color, a dazzling spectacle that hums with a quiet reverence. The gentle light that has followed you seems to absorb these hues, its own soft glow now infused with the vibrant tones of the glass, making it seem almost part of this wondrous place. You stand in silent awe, letting the colors wash over you, a profound stillness settling deep within your being. It's a space that feels both ancient and eternally new, a sanctuary crafted from light and imagination. And as you stand bathed in this radiant glow, you realize that color itself can be a language, a way of speaking to the soul without words, offering a beauty so profound it can quiet even the most restless spirit. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand in a space bathed in the luminous glow of stained glass, a world of vibrant, shifting colors. It's a profound contrast to the familiar, sputtering light of tallow wicks and oil lamps you've grown accustomed to. Here, the light is something different, something purer. It feels almost divine, as if the very essence of illumination has been captured and transmuted into these dazzling hues. Your own little light, the gentle companion that has followed you, seems to absorb and reflect these glorious colors, becoming a part of the spectacle. The tallow and oil lamps, they provide a practical, often harsh, light, born of human effort and earthly materials. They illuminate the immediate, the tangible, the everyday struggle, but this light, filtering through the intricately crafted glass, feels like something more. It speaks of aspiration, of reaching for something beyond the mundane. It's a light that inspires awe, that elevates the spirit. You can feel the difference, a palpable sense of sanctity and wonder. It's God's light, you realize, not born of soot and wick, but of a celestial artistry. And yet, your own small light, so humble and persistent, remains with you, a familiar warmth amidst the overwhelming beauty. It doesn't fade in comparison, but rather seems to draw strength from the grand display, a quiet testament to the fact that even the smallest, most earthly light can find its place within the grandest illumination, a gentle reminder that all light, in its own way, holds a spark of the divine. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself on a windswept dock, the air sharp with the briny tang of the sea. The salty spray kisses your face, a cool, invigorating touch that awakens your senses. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore is a constant, rhythmic symphony, a powerful whisper of the vast ocean stretching out before you. The air tastes of salt, a clean, sharp taste that washes away the lingering sense of the town. The sky above is a deep, inky blue, and as twilight deepens, a single, brilliant star begins to emerge, sharp and clear. You are a sailor, or perhaps just standing on the edge of the seafaring world, and the sight of that star, that lone, unwavering point of light, resonates deeply. It's a familiar guide, a constant in the ever-shifting sea. As you look towards it, you sense your little light, the gentle glow that has been your companion, settling near you. It doesn't compete with the vastness of the sea or the brilliance of the star, but rather mirrors their quiet constancy. It hovers, a soft personal beacon, echoing the distant promise of the sailor's star. The immense scale of the ocean, the infinite expanse of the sky, the solitary brilliance of the stars, and the gentle presence of your light all combine into a moment of profound peace. It's a feeling of being small yet connected, adrift yet guided. And in this moment, watching the distant star and feeling the familiar warmth of your own light, you understand the profound comfort that comes from knowing there are always lights to guide us, whether they be celestial or something much closer to home. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand on the edge of the vast dark sea, the salty air, a sharp embrace against your skin. The waves crash with a rhythmic, powerful roar, a constant, primal sound that vibrates through the very ground beneath your feet. Above, the sky is an impossibly deep canvas, scattered with the diamond dust of countless stars. And there, piercing the velvet black, is the lone, brilliant star, your celestial guide. It burns with a fierce, steady light, a beacon in the immensity. Beside you, your own little light, the gentle glow that has followed you, pulses with a soft warmth. It doesn't try to rival the brilliance of the distant star, but rather complements it, a personal, intimate illumination. It's a different kind of light, not a celestial fire, but a warm, quiet presence. You feel its constancy, its unwavering companionship, as you stand on the precipice of the unknown. It's a silent understanding, a shared journey through the dark. You are navigating the abyss, not with the harsh glare of a torch, but with the combined wisdom of the heavens and the gentle presence beside you. It's a feeling of being both lost and found, small against the cosmic scale, yet held by the quiet reassurance of guiding lights, both far and near. And as you gaze at the distant star and feel the familiar warmth of your own light, you realize that even in the deepest darkness, there is always a way to find your path, guided by the lights that shine both within and without. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You step out of the relative quiet and onto a street where the very ground seems to sigh with each step. The sound is a soft, wet squelch, the unmistakable noise of mud, thick and yielding beneath your boots. It clings, coating your soles with a cool, damp layer, a tactile sensation that speaks of recent rain and the ever-present dampness of the earth. The air here carries the scent of decay, of things breaking down and returning to the soil, a pungent but earthy aroma. Suddenly, a sharp, clear sound cuts through the muted atmosphere. "Link! Link for the way!" A voice, surprisingly strong and resonant, calls out from the shadows. You look towards the sound and see a figure emerge, holding aloft a sputtering torch. It's a Link boy, his face etched with the grime of the city, his eyes eager. He's offering his service, a small pool of light in the surrounding murk, a promise to guide you through the treacherous paths. The torch's flame casts flickering shadows, making the mud-speckled walls seem to writhe. Your own little light, the one that has been your silent companion, seems to dim almost imperceptibly in the face of this more directed, purposeful illumination. You see the Link boy offer a slight, knowing nod, a silent invitation to accept his service. The muddy path ahead, though now partially illuminated, still holds its secrets, its hidden pitfalls. And as you consider the offer, you feel the subtle dance between your own steady, gentle light and this more assertive, human-made glow, both offering guidance in their own distinct ways. It's a moment of choice, a crossroads where the natural path of quiet companionship meets the purposeful illumination of human endeavor. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand on a street where the mud has risen, the air thick with the damp, earthy smell of saturation. Each step is a soft surrender, the ground giving way beneath your weight, swallowing your boots with a quiet insistence. The sounds of the city are muted, softened by the pervasive dampness. You can hear the distant murmur of voices, the splash of water, but everything is submerged, as if the very street is drowning in the night. The Link boy's torch, held high, cuts a sharp, wavering path through the gloom, its flames dancing erratically, casting long, distorted shadows that seem to stretch and contort with the movement of the water. This borrowed light, so purposeful and bright, makes the surrounding darkness feel even more profound. You see the faces of those illuminated by its passing, a brief glimpse of weariness, of quiet endurance. Your own little light, the gentle glow that has followed you, remains steadfast, a soft, constant presence. It doesn't compete with the torch's intensity, but rather offers a subtle contrast, a steady warmth against the more dramatic, flickering illumination. You feel its familiar presence, a quiet anchor in the midst of this watery street. It's a strange sensation to be guided by both the urgent blaze of another's light and the silent, unwavering glow of your own companion. You move forward, step by careful step, through the drowning street, your path made visible by this borrowed light, but your journey's true comfort found in the steady presence beside you. And as you navigate this waterlogged path, you realize that sometimes the most reliable guidance isn't the brightest light, but the one that simply stays with you, patiently illuminating your way. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself in a dimly lit room, the air thick with a peculiar herbal scent. It's a mixture of dried herbs and something else, something warm and earthy, a smell that speaks of comfort and the arrival of new life. In the center of the room, a rushlight flickers, casting a weak, dancing glow. Then, a new light enters, brighter and steadier than the rushlight, carried by a woman with kind, knowing eyes. It's the midwife's lantern, its flame held firm, casting a clear, purposeful beam. The lantern's light falls upon a scene of quiet intensity. You can hear the soft, rhythmic breathing, the gentle murmurs of encouragement. The air is filled with a palpable sense of anticipation, a feeling that something profound is about to unfold. The midwife's movements are calm and practiced, her presence a steady anchor in the room. Her lantern illuminates the small world around her, highlighting the tender care being given, the delicate balance of effort and stillness. Your own little light, the gentle glow that has accompanied you on your journey, seems to settle near, a quiet observer, its soft luminescence, a counterpoint to the midwife's more practical light. It's a moment suspended in time, a testament to the ancient ritual of birth, guided by the steady hand of experience and the unwavering glow of a lantern. And then, it happens. A sharp, clear sound cuts through the hushed atmosphere, the first cry of a newborn. It's a sound of pure life, a triumphant declaration that pierces the quiet, announced by the steady glow of the midwife's lantern. In that moment, you feel the raw, beautiful power of new beginnings, a new light brought into the world, guided by the light that followed you home. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You are in the room where the first cry has just echoed, a sound that filled the space with a new kind of energy. The midwife's lantern still casts its steady glow, its beam softening the shadows, illuminating the miracle that has just occurred. The air, once thick with anticipation and herbal scents, now holds a different fragrance, the clean, earthy smell of new life. You feel the profound quiet that follows the birth, a stillness that is both peaceful and charged with a nascent power. The little light that followed you home, your gentle companion, hovers nearby, its own soft luminescence, a quiet echo of the new life introduced into the world. It seems to acknowledge the significance of this moment, a silent witness to the entrance of a new soul into existence. You see the tiny, crumpled form, the first breath taken, the fragile beginning of a journey. It's a moment where the vastness of the world outside, with its quiet streets and distant stars, is momentarily contained within this humble room. The shadows, which had seemed so deep and encompassing before, now recede, softened by the steady glow of the midwife's lantern and the subtle presence of your own guiding light. You feel the weight of this new beginning, the raw potential of a life just entering the world of shadow and light. And in this profound stillness, as you witness the entrance of life into the world, you feel the simple, undeniable truth that every new beginning, no matter how small, is a powerful act of bringing light into existence. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself drawn to a place that hums with an unusual energy, a subtle tremor beneath the quiet night. The air here is thick with a peculiar smell, a metallic tang mixed with the sharp, unsettling scent of unknown compounds. It's not the familiar aroma of wood smoke or tallow. You move closer to a building, its windows emitting a strange, almost sickly green light. This light pulses, not steadily like a lamp or a candle, but with an unnatural, ethereal glow that seems to seep from within. Peering through a gap, you see a room filled with bubbling vials, arcane symbols etched onto parchment, and retorts simmering over low flames. The alchemist, his face illuminated by the unholy radiance, works with an intense, almost feverish concentration. The glow itself is captivating, yet it carries a sense of forbidden knowledge, of forces being manipulated that perhaps shouldn't be. It's a light that doesn't offer warmth or comfort, but rather an unnerving allure. Your own little light, the gentle presence that has followed you faithfully, seems to recoil slightly, its soft glow muted in the face of this more potent, mysterious luminescence. It remains a quiet observer, a steady point of familiarity against the unsettling spectacle. You feel a prickle of curiosity, mixed with a touch of apprehension. This unholy glow, born of human ambition and arcane science, stands in stark contrast to the simple, guiding lights you've encountered. It's a light that promises transformation, but whispers of unintended consequences, a fascination tinged with a quiet unease. And in this strange encounter, you realize that not all light is benign, and some discoveries, however alluring, carry the weight of the unknown. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You linger near the alchemist's window, the strange, unholy green light pulsing from within. The air is a tangible miasma, thick with the metallic tang and the sharp, unsettling scent of unknown compounds. It's a strange atmosphere, one that makes your head feel a little light, your thoughts hazy. The pursuit of knowledge here seems to be shrouded in a cloud of fumes, blurring the edges of clarity. You watch the alchemist, his movements precise, despite the unsettling glow and the fumes that swirl around him. He's seeking something, a transformation perhaps, but the process feels unnatural. Your own gentle light, the one that has faithfully accompanied you, seems to hold its ground, its soft glow, a steady presence. It doesn't waver, doesn't get lost in the strange luminescence, but remains a constant, quiet companion. It's a light that offers a different kind of illumination, one that cuts through the haze without harshness. You can feel its steady warmth, a reminder of the simple, natural order of things. The alchemist's quest, for all its intensity, seems distant from the calm, guiding light you carry. There's a curiosity, a fascination with the unknown, but also a sense of grounding that comes from the simple, honest glow beside you. And as you turn away from the pulsing green light, stepping back into the quieter night, you feel the clarity of your own path return. It's a subtle lesson, a reminder that the pursuit of understanding, while vital, is best undertaken with a clear mind, guided by a light that illuminates without obfuscating, a light that leads you home. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You're walking along a familiar path, the quiet streets lending themselves to peaceful contemplation. The air is still, carrying only the faintest whisper of the night. Suddenly, a movement catches your eye, just at the edge of your vision. It's a fleeting thing, a flicker of shadow, a shape that seems to dart and disappear before you can fully focus on it. You pause, your senses on alert, and look directly at the spot. Nothing, just the deepening gloom, the familiar outlines of buildings. But then, it happens again. A subtle shift in the darkness, a suggestion of something other. It's not a distinct form, not something you could describe, but an impression, a feeling of something lurking just beyond the reach of clear sight. It's the monster in the corner of your eye, a phantom conjured by the interplay of shadow and your own imagination. You try to rationalize it, to dismiss it as a trick of the light, the wind playing with a loose shutter. Yet, a subtle unease begins to settle, a prickle of primal awareness. The gentle light that has been your steadfast companion seems to hover a little closer now, its soft glow steady and unwavering, as if sensing your slight apprehension. It doesn't dispel the shadows, but its presence offers a quiet reassurance, a constant in the periphery. You continue your walk, aware of that fleeting disturbance, that hint of the unseen, and the comforting, steady glow that never wavers, reminding you that even when the mind conjures phantoms, there is always a gentle light to keep you company. And in this quiet encounter with your own perceptions, you feel the delicate boundary between reality and imagination, and the enduring comfort of a light that simply walks beside you, no matter what your mind may conjure. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You walk through the quiet streets, the night air still and cool. The usual sounds of the evening have subsided, leaving a hushed stillness that amplifies every rustle, every creak. Your gaze drifts to the flickering lights within the houses, the unsteady dance of rushlights and tallow candles. These weak flames cast shadows that stretch and writhe, breathing life into the corners of rooms, transforming ordinary objects into fleeting, suggestive shapes. It's in this interplay of dim illumination and encroaching darkness that stories begin to take hold. You feel it yourself, that subtle shift in perception, the way a shadow can morph into a fleeting form in the corner of your eye. The very flickering of the flames seems to weave tales, to conjure presences that aren't truly there. It's in these moments, surrounded by the quiet hum of the night and the hesitant glow of artificial light, that the seeds of ghost stories are sown. You might catch a glimpse of movement, a rustle that sounds too deliberate, a chill that seems to have no source. The gentle light that follows you remains steady, a constant presence that anchors you to reality, its soft glow a counterpoint to the wavering specters of imagination. It doesn't chase away the shadows, but simply continues its quiet journey. A serene companion through these moments of playful, or perhaps not so playful, fancy. And as you continue your walk, you realize that the stories we tell ourselves, the ghost stories spun from flickering flames, are often born not from what is truly there, but from the quiet spaces in between, the places where our own minds paint the edges of the dark with familiar fears and unseen wonders. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself on the edge of a field, the air alive with a low hum of voices and the sharp, metallic scent of armor. It's the eve of battle, and the atmosphere is thick, with a different kind of tension than the quiet streets you've known. Here, the air is charged with a nervous energy, a sense of anticipation that's both potent and quiet. You see the glow of campfires scattered across the field, each one a small island of light in the vast darkness, casting long, flickering shadows that dance across the faces of the soldiers gathered around them. The smell of wood smoke is strong, mingled with the fainter yet ever-present scent of horses and damp earth. You can hear the quiet sharpening of blades, the low murmur of men speaking in hushed tones, perhaps of home, perhaps of what tomorrow may bring. Each campfire is a small circle of shared humanity, a temporary bulwark against the looming uncertainty. Your own gentle light, the one that has followed you, seems to hold back, a quiet observer of this transient gathering. It doesn't compete with the warm, inviting glow of the fires, but rather floats serenely, a silent witness to the shared vigil. You feel the weight of the moment, the stillness before the storm, the quiet contemplation that settles over men facing the unknown. It's a different kind of night, filled with a different kind of light, and a shared, unspoken understanding that passes between souls gathered around a dying flame. And in this poignant scene, you feel the stark reality of human existence, where even in the shadow of conflict, a simple campfire can offer a profound sense of community and a quiet moment of shared presence. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand on the edge of the soldiers' camp, the fires burning low, casting a warm, golden glow against the encroaching darkness. The air is still, the quiet of the night, settling in after the day's preparations. The scent of wood smoke is soft now, no longer sharp and acrid, but mellow and comforting, mingling with the fainter smells of wool and leather. Around the dying embers, soldiers sit or lie, their faces illuminated by the gentle flicker, their movements slow and weary. There's a palpable sense of shared quietude, a collective stillness that settles over the camp as the longest night of the year draws to a close. The tension of the coming battle seems to have receded, replaced by a simple, shared need for warmth and rest. You see soldiers sharing a final sip of ale, or gazing into the flames with a distant look in their eyes. Your own little light, the gentle glow that has accompanied you, now hovers close, its soft luminescence blending with the dying embers of the campfires. It's a quiet companionship, a shared presence in the deepening night. It doesn't try to compete with the fires, but rather mirrors their warmth, adding its own subtle glow to the shared space. And as you stand there, bathed in the soft light of the dying fires and the gentle presence of your companion, you feel a profound sense of shared humanity. In the face of the unknown, in the quiet stillness of the longest night, the simple act of sharing warmth, of being together, becomes a powerful testament to resilience and the enduring need for connection. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You find yourself drawn towards a powerful sound, a deep, guttural roar that rises above the quiet of the night. It's the sound of a bonfire, a wild, untamed thing that seems to consume the darkness around it. The air grows intensely warm, almost hot, carrying the sharp, resinous scent of burning pine and oak. It's a scent that speaks of celebration, of pushing back the deepest chill of winter. You can feel the heat on your face, a primal warmth that seems to seep into your very bones. The bonfire leaps and crackles, flames dancing high into the night sky, casting a vibrant, dancing light that paints the surrounding faces in hues of orange and gold. People are gathered around, their silhouettes stark against the blaze, their laughter and shouts mingling with the roar of the fire. It's a scene of raw energy, of primal celebration, against the stark backdrop of midwinter. Your own little light, the gentle companion that has followed you, seems to pulse softly, a quiet witness to this powerful display. It doesn't diminish in the face of the bonfire's might, but rather holds its own steady glow, a serene presence amidst the wild revelry. You feel the vibrant energy of the celebration, the collective spirit of pushing back the long night with fire and fellowship. And as you stand there, warmed by the embrace of the flames and the shared joy, you understand the ancient ritual of the bonfire, a symbol of resilience, of hope, and of humanity's enduring ability to find light and warmth, even in the heart of the coldest season. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand on the edge of the field, the roar of the midwinter bonfire still echoing in your ears, its heat, a fading memory on your skin. The air is sharp, the icy breath of winter clinging to everything. The darkness stretches out, vast and seemingly endless, a tyranny of cold and shadow. Yet around you a quiet rebellion is taking place. It's not a loud, defiant uprising, but a gentle persistence, a subtle defiance against the long night. The scattered campfires, now reduced to embers, still cast a warm amber glow, pushing back the absolute blackness. And beside you, your own little light, the gentle companion that has followed you all this way, continues its soft, steady luminescence. It doesn't blaze like the bonfire, but its unwavering glow is a quiet testament to endurance. It's a light that asks for nothing, demands nothing, yet offers a constant, serene presence. It's a rebellion of light against the tyranny of winter, not through force, but through quiet constancy. You feel the cold air on your face, a stark reminder of the season, but you also feel the gentle warmth beside you, a promise of passage. It's a subtle victory, this holding back of the darkness, this creation of small, luminous pockets in the vast expanse of winter. And as you feel the quiet strength of your companion light, you understand that even the longest night can be met with a gentle, persistent illumination, a quiet rebellion that reminds us that light, in its simplest form, is a powerful act of hope against the encroaching shadows. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You're walking along a quiet path, the air cool and still. Then, a harsh, bright light flares into existence, cutting through the gentle darkness. It's a torch, held aloft by someone you can't quite see, but its light is intense, accusatory. It sweeps across your path, a stark beam that seems to dissect the very air, leaving no room for softness or subtlety. The torchlight is unforgiving, revealing every uneven stone, every stray leaf, with an almost intrusive clarity. But strangely, this harsh light casts no shadows. Where there should be depth, there is only a flat, even illumination that seems to bleach the very color from the night. It's as if the torchlight itself has consumed all the darkness, leaving an odd, sterile brightness. You look around, a sense of disorientation settling in. The familiar shapes of the night are lost, flattened by this unyielding glare. It's a light that doesn't guide or comfort, but rather exposes, leaving you feeling strangely bare. Your own gentle light, the one that has been your quiet companion, seems to retreat slightly, its soft glow almost invisible against the torch's fierce presence. It doesn't vanish, but becomes a subtle whisper, a steady warmth at the edge of this overwhelming brightness. And as you stand there feeling the weight of this accusing light, you realize that sometimes, even in the presence of illumination, a true sense of direction can be lost when all shadows, all mystery, are banished, leaving only a stark, unblinking reality. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You're walking under the harsh, unwavering glare of an accusatory torch. Its light flattening the world and leaving no room for comforting shadows. This light, so stark and exposing, feels less like a guide and more like an interrogation. You can feel its intensity, not as warmth, but as a pressure, a demand to be seen, to be accounted for. The usual subtle beauty of the night is erased, replaced by a sterile, shadowless landscape that feels strangely alien. Where did the gentle following light go? The one that whispered reassurance, that softened the edges of the dark? You search the periphery, but its soft glow is lost, overwhelmed by the torch's insistent glare. It's as if this new aggressive light has chased away the subtler comforts. A disquieting feeling settles in, the unsettling realization that light, when too harsh, too direct, can cease to be a comfort and become a source of anxiety. It reveals too much, leaving no space for mystery, for personal interpretation, for the quiet refuge of shadow. You find yourself yearning for the familiar softness, the gentle presence that asked for nothing but to walk with you. And as the torch's glare continues to press in, you understand that sometimes the most valuable light is not the one that exposes everything, but the one that simply walks beside you, a quiet, steady presence in the unfolding dark. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand in the quiet aftermath, the remnants of a gathering now cooling and fading. The air still holds a faint warmth, a memory of the vibrant flames, but the dominant sensation is one of quiet desolation. You watch as the last glowing embers of the bonfire, once so fierce and alive, now pulse with a dull, tired light, slowly succumbing to the encroaching gray. The sharp scent of pine and oak has softened, replaced by the faint, dusty aroma of ash. The crackling roar of the fire has subsided into a faint whisper, a sigh of embers settling. Around you the field is quiet, the soldiers who were once gathered in circles of shared warmth, now mere shadows in the dimness. The camaraderie of the night feels like a distant memory, replaced by the stark reality of the coming day. Your own gentle light, the one that has been your steadfast companion, hovers close, its soft glow a quiet contrast to the dying embers. It doesn't try to reignite the blaze, but rather offers its own steady presence, a gentle light against the fading warmth. You feel the quiet transition, the inevitable cooling of what was once so vibrant. It's a moment of reflection, of acknowledging the end of something bright, the inevitable fading of even the most powerful flames. And as you watch the last ember surrender to the gray, you understand the natural rhythm of things, the cycle of intensity and quiet, and the subtle beauty that can be found even in the stillness of what remains. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand in the quiet aftermath, the air still carrying the faint warmth of recent fires, now fading into the cool night. The embers, once vibrant with life, are now dulling to a soft gray. You reflect on the journey, the path you've taken, and the quiet presence that has accompanied you, your gentle light. It hovers nearby, a constant, soft luminescence, its glow muted now, like a memory of brighter flames. It's then you realize that this light, this gentle companion, isn't just for your own journey. As you look back at the faint trails you've made, the fleeting moments illuminated, you understand that this light, your light, leaves an imprint. It's a quiet echo in the memories of others, a soft glimmer in the stories they might tell. The soldiers around their dying fires, the people within their homes illuminated by hearth and rushlight, even the fleeting figures you've passed on the street. Each has, in some way, shared in the passage of this gentle luminescence. It's not about grand gestures, but about the quiet moments, the subtle reassurance of presence. Your light, in its own silent way, has become a part of their night, a faint spark left behind in the tapestry of shared experience. And as the last embers fade to gray, you feel a profound sense of connection, a quiet understanding that even the most personal journeys leave traces, a gentle illumination that lingers in the memories of those touched by its quiet passage. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You are standing in a moment of profound stillness, a hush that falls just before the world awakens. The air is incredibly cold, so sharp it feels like a physical touch against your skin, clean and pure, carrying no scent but the crispness of winter. You can almost taste it, a faint, icy tang on your tongue. It's the deep, quiet cold that precedes the dawn, a moment when the night's reign is still absolute, yet a subtle shift is about to occur. The darkness is still deep, but it feels different now, less oppressive. There's a sense of expectation in the air, a feeling that the long night is finally yielding. You can't see the sun, not yet, but you can sense its imminent arrival. Your own gentle light, the one that has followed you so faithfully, seems to hold its breath, its soft glow steady and unwavering, a quiet anticipation mirroring your own. It doesn't falter in the deep chill, but remains a constant, comforting presence. You feel the profound peace of this pre-dawn hour, a world suspended between the fading night and the coming day. It's a moment of pure, quiet potential, a breath held before the first light breaks. And in this hushed anticipation, you understand the quiet power of transitions, the stillness before change, and the gentle certainty that even the longest night eventually gives way to the promise of dawn. Soft, gentle music begins to fade in. Hey there, sleepyhead. Before we begin our journey tonight, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Are you cozy in bed? Maybe curled up on the sofa? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're enjoying these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us keep these peaceful moments coming your way. You stand in the deep quiet of the pre-dawn hour, the air clean and sharp with the taste of winter's purest cold. The darkness is profound, yet you sense the imminent shift, the subtle promise of light to come. The world is holding its breath, a pause between the fading night and the arriving day. Your gentle light, the constant companion of your journey, glows softly beside you, its steady luminescence, a quiet anticipation of the dawn. It doesn't fade or falter in this deep quiet, but rather reflects the stillness, a soft beacon in the hush. As the first hint of gray begins to bleed into the eastern sky, a subtle magic unfolds. It's not a sudden burst, but a gradual unveiling, a slow awakening of the world. The stars begin to dim, their brilliance softening against the dawning light. Your own light, the one that has guided you through the night, seems to absorb this ethereal glow, its presence becoming even more subtle, more integrated with the emerging day. It's as if the magic of dawn is a language that your light understands, a quiet conversation between the fading night and the approaching sun. You are in a space where time seems to stand still, where the world is reborn each morning, and the simple act of witnessing this transition is a profound experience. And as the sky begins to lighten, you realize that while the night may hold its own quiet mysteries and gentle lights, the dawn brings a magic all its own, a lost magic that we often forget in the hustle of a world that never truly sleeps, a magic found in the quiet moments of transition.